Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for February. I hope you guys are well. I am going to take a quick second to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Sagittarius out there, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Please bear in mind that the energies can and often do reverse. So if that does happen, get in where you fit in. But as always, don't force yourself into a reading that's just not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Sagittarius? All right, Sagittarius, you are starting out with the Ten of Pentacles reversed. You have the Moon. And you have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So some of you guys could be experiencing a little financial instability right now. There could have been some sort of a big loss that you've had, and you may not want people to know about it, but it's definitely something you're trying to figure out. Others of you, I definitely see that there's something here that may have ended with this Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. You could feel like you're not being well supported by close friends or family right now. There's just definitely a sad energy here, Sagittarius. It's an energy of feeling like you're not quite sure what's going to happen or what you're going to do, but there's a sense of some sort of a stability being kind of taken out from under you. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Sagittarius energy. Show me who is in Sagittarius energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Fool in reverse. You could be dealing with a Pisces. We have the Tower. We have the Six of Swords along with the Five of Swords in the reverse. All right, so the person that's in your energy has gone through some sort of a Tower moment. It could be related to secrets, and if so, you might be the one keeping those secrets. This person is trying to move away from this tower, away from this chaos. They're trying to find peace and balance in their life. I feel like that's really important to them. They're avoiding conflict, I can tell you that, because they don't want to deal with any more conflict. So it looks like there was some sort of harsh conflict here. Now with the Fool in reverse, this person is in, fear type of energy. They're fearing taking a risk. There's fear of a new beginning here. So it feels like because of that fear and because of this Tower moment where something was collapsed, because it wasn't built on a solid foundation, and that solid foundation was affected because of secrets. So this person is because of this fear, they're choosing to try to move forward, and they could be avoiding. So let me see the energy between Sagittarius and this person. The Knight of Cups. There's something to do with a love offer. But see, that's very strange because they're afraid to take a risk. And it looks like it would be coming from them, and you're experiencing something ending. So there's love between the two of you. There is. Let me see what's affecting the connection. Show me what's affecting the connection between Sagittarius and this person. The Seven of Cups. So someone had options in love. Yeah, is this a secret relationship? Because these options caused the Tower. And there were secrets. So there's definitely confusion as well. But between the two of you, there's love. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome for Sagittarius and this person. We're going to try that again. Show me the outcome for Sagittarius and this person. There it is. King of Wands in the reverse. Not taking action towards each other. Yeah, you're focused on the lack of stability and possibly on financial issues. And I feel like you're feeling kind of disempowered. There's possibly even some depression here. And they're not taking action. They feel like they have to move forward. They're avoiding, basically. So, I don't know, but there is love here. There is love. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles. You could possibly work with this person, but you don't have to be. Eight of Pentacles could also be, like I said, you focusing on your finances, focusing on your money. It's an underlying energy. It could also indicate putting effort into this connection or wanting to, but I feel like it's more or less you're looking at your money right now because your money doesn't seem to be squared up. Let me clarify. Spirit, why is the Ten of Pentacles here in reverse for Sagittarius? Yeah, Nine of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Pentacles. You could feel, you could be a little bit codependent. Some of you could have a relative or a close friend that's codependent on you and you're trying to move away from that. But I feel like you're moving towards this person. You're just moving very slowly because whatever happened here between the two of you that caused the Tower, I see that this, for you, you had a deep sense of loss, which is beginning to, lessen a little bit over time. Just be sure you're not in a codependent energy, but you're slowly moving towards this person, and I feel like they're slowly moving towards you. Let me see the moon. Show me the moon. Why is that here for Sagittarius? All right, so we have the Page of Swords reversed. We have the Six of Wands, and there is your Seven of Cups in the reverse. So you're not sure if this would be successful between you and this person. You're looking at all the options here, but there's a lot of confusion. You just don't know if this was actually, if things are going to work out or could work out between the two of you. And this is where the confusion is coming in. But I do feel like you're going to get clarity on that. You are going to get clarity, so that's positive. I feel like you would choose this person over anyone as well. This could be a secret connection. Let me see why the Three of Pentacles is in reverse. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So you could have just ended something. You could have recently ended something and walked away from some other established foundation. That could be the ending. Whatever that is, you're no longer investing in it. So you may have walked away from an established foundation, a long-term connection, in order to possibly be with this person or to move towards something else that you weren't investing in. It could also be why you're having these financial issues and why you would be worried about whether it's going to work out or not. I do feel like you are not currently taking action towards this person though. So let me see their energy. Show me the Fool in reverse for the person. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups. This person is in love with you and the world. This person is in love with you, but there's something here that has to end in order for there to be a new beginning with you. And that's, yeah, so I feel like that's what's taking place over here. You're ending something else. It could even be causing your finances to be a little slow. You're worried about whether or not this can be successful. But you're walking away from a foundation that has, collapsed in order to move towards this person. You're moving very slowly, but this person is waiting for whatever you're experiencing to end in order to have this new beginning. They could be fearing that, you're not actually going to, move towards them. Let me see the Tower. Let's see why the Tower is here. Queen of Wands. Nine of Cups reversed. Yeah, so there's something here that you did that caused them a lot of anxiety. It caused them, you know, they didn't like it. They didn't like it. It caused a tower moment. Be careful that this person doesn't drink to kind of deal with their feelings and emotions. It could also be that you may have tried to bring this person in as a third party at some point, and they were like, no, I don't like that. I don't want that. They may be the one who toppled this, who caused the tower moment here. They could have come to you and said, look, you're not putting this on a positive base here. You know, I'm not going to be a third party. I don't want to be an affair. And once you end whatever you got to end, then we can come together. So they're focused on you, though. And I feel like this person, they weren't prepared for this to happen. Yeah, I'm getting for some of you, it's a workplace love affair that you were keeping secret. So let me look at this bottom energy. Show me the bottom energy for the person in Sagittarius energy. All right, we have the 7 of Wands reversed. We have the 3 of Cups reversed, and we have the 10 of Wands reversed. Okay, so yeah, there's this person's currently a bit unhappy. Why are they unhappy? Well, because there could have been conflict between the two of you. Like I said, they didn't want to be in an affair or third party. So they may be, you know, hoping to resolve any conflict that's been there. But because it makes them feel unhappy, it makes them feel powerless. And so they could have been doing a little bit of avoiding, but I also feel like they don't want to argue with you. They're avoiding conflict, period. This person, their peace is very very important to them. So they're waiting to see what you're going to do, basically. But they're hoping that these problems resolve. If they move away from the connection and let you do what you need to do, and they stay out of the way of that, then, and that's hard for them. That's hard for them. They're very passionate about you, and they're in love with you. So I do feel like that's been difficult, but I feel like this person was more like, you know, I'm going to burn this down, and I'm going to move away from it. And, you know, then Sagittarius, you do whatever you got to do, and then hoping that the problems would resolve. Yeah. So let me see the energy between the two of you. Why is the Knight of Cups here? Because I don't feel like this person is willing to go into a connection with you until you have resolved, you know, what needs to be resolved. All right, so we have the 9 of Swords reversed, and we have the 2 of Cups. You feel like this person's your soulmate. Yeah, there's definitely love here, and you are slowly moving towards them. You could also be hoping that they will reach out to you. It looks like they might. With the 9 of Swords in the reverse, this person knows, I feel like they know that you love them. They've gone through a lot of anxiety over this situation, though. Again, I don't feel like they were planning to meet you. It's like this happened and, you know, they just were like, oh my God. So they're definitely acting as if they're unbothered, but that's not the truth. They're actually very focused on you, and they are very bothered. Let me see the 7 of Cups. Show me the 7 of Cups. This is what's affecting the connection. Justice. Knight of Wands reversed. And the Ace of Swords. So out of all this confusion, if you are in a marriage, you could be filing divorce in order to, because justice can sometimes be legal issues, and that's gonna, you know, bring clarity, because it's coming off of a choice that you've made. Yeah, it's coming off of a choice. You're moving out of this energy of, I don't know what to do. I don't know if this relationship is going to work out. I don't know how to handle this. I feel like for some of you, there's legal implications that are happening here, and that's going to bring the clarity. I definitely see you love this person and they love you. So For others of you, you just want to come in and balance things out. You want to clear up any kind of, any kind of concerns, any kind of confusion. And you're basically saying, I want to be with you. There's a lack of communication that is currently there, and that's affecting the connection by creating more confusion. So the lack of communication, the lack of forward movement is what's causing that confusion. And I feel like you are going to move towards this person to clarify that. They want to talk. They may even reach out to you first. The indication does look like they might do that because they're going to be looking for clarity. They want to clear up this confusion. They don't like the fact that the two of you are not talking. They don't like all the confusion that's here. It's caused a tower moment in their life and they don't like it. So I do see they want truth, they want clarity, and it does look like that's what you're going to do. You're going to give them that. So let me see your outcome. Show me the outcome for Sagittarius. The Hierophant. Could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. I also see Gemini, Aries, Leo, another Sagittarius perhaps. Pisces is here. All right, so we have the Five of Swords reversed. That's in their energy as well. We have the Hierophant and we have the Hangman in reverse. So if there has been conflict between the two of you, I feel like that is going to definitely end. This person will likely be the one who reaches out to you to get that clarification, to try to clear things up, to find, they want the truth. They want truth and honesty. So I see that there's going to be a resolution if there is any conflict. And I do feel like you're walking away from some sort of an established foundation that you don't want to invest in any longer. And I feel like you're committing to this person. I do. I feel like you're bringing commitment to this person in your energy, which is what they've been waiting for. And they've been trying to resolve internally. There's been a lack of communication. So I do feel like the problems that this person was experiencing with anxiety, with confusion, with not wanting to be in a third-party energy, avoiding conflict, all of those problems are resolving. This person's going to leave this energy with a different perspective. And I do feel that at the end of the day, the wait for them is over. They're waiting for these problems to resolve, for the two of you to move forward together, so that they don't have to move forward by themselves. So that any conflicts here between you and this person are resolving. I definitely see you're walking away from something, which is what they have asked you to do. So yeah, it looks like you're starting a new life here. Bottom of the deck, again, we have the Six of Swords. And this time, instead of moving forward alone, in this particular deck, they move together. So that's really good. That's putting the effort in to move this connection to a more peaceful, less chaotic place. And I do feel like that is what you're doing. So, but something has to end in order for you to do that. I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. I'm using the Chinese fortune oracles because we just had our Lunar New Year. So pulling for Sagittarius. I think that was on Tuesday that we had the Lunar New Year. All right, so you have number 33, and this card says beautiful. Okay, let's look at that. Give me just a second to get there. All right. Desirable relationships, optimistic times, and a new path to a new life. That's what I was saying. This card shows what a beautiful soul you have, and a beautiful life will be yours in time. People may tell you how beautiful you are looking due to a mini makeover or new health kick, which will make you shine brighter than normal and feel really good about yourself. But your natural beauty is coming from your beautiful, caring, kind heart. You may have just been through some turmoil or helped others through some emotional upheavals and felt drained by the experience. You've done a lot for others, and now it is your turn to sparkle. Now I'm going to read the relationship portion as well. It says, deeper, more meaningful relationships are forming. Growth in existing relationships. Babies born in the family near the future will be strong and extra beautiful or really special. All right. I like that part where it's talking about a new path to a new life, because that's definitely what I'm seeing in your outcome. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Sagittarius. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Sagittarius, know that you are loved, and namaste.